Hello. So, if anybody's new to following me and you don't know what I'm up to, then in the next 2 months, end of July, going into August time, I'm going to be cycling solo from John O'Groats, Scotland, to Land's End in Cornwall. And today I'm going to reveal the charities that I've wanted to do it for. I'm going to try my best to keep this video in one take and not as long-winded as my last ones. In case you can't tell, I'm not very good with the media, but I'm doing my best. There was a few charities I wanted to do this for, like 3 charities, but I've decided to whittle it down to 2, which I'll explain in a few minutes. But number 1 charity is going to be for Willowbrook Hospital, which is a local hospital in St Helens, but they deal with the surrounding areas like Knowsley, places local to St Helens, and Willowbrook provides palliative care to patients like 17 years older with life-limiting illness, and they've dealt with a couple of my relatives that have passed, with cancer, and it's nice to return the favour. And even though about 3/4 of the patients are cancer related, they don't just deal with cancer. It's maybe motor neurons disease, end of stage heart failure, chronic lung failure as well, things like that. So it's a very good hospital and they need the local support. So if anybody's been watching my early videos, I have said I've been wanting to do this trip for some years, and Willowbrook has always been at the back of my mind to do something for as well. So that's number 1 charity. So number 2 is going to be for Help for Heroes, and even though I don't have any ties to the military, apart from I did have a granddaddy who was in World War II. He was maybe like 18, 19 years old on D-Day. So the Help for Heroes are dealing with the older veterans, but the younger veterans of today, they're getting the physical support that they might need, but also the mental burden that some of them are carrying. And that's going on to a bit of what my 3rd charity was going to be, and it was going to be for men's mental health. But yeah, I know there's women in the military, but it is male dominated, isn't it? And I don't think there's a lot of enough support or enough awareness for the mental health that some blokes have to deal with. And I won't say I've not suffered with mental health, but I've certainly had my ups and downs in my lifetime. And men need whether it's counselling or they just things like that, there needs to be a bit more something, I think, for men. So Help for Heroes is number 2, and I get inspired with the military. That's one of the reasons I've chose it, because I take a lot of inspiration from the military aspects, because from a fighting background, I can translate some of the military aspects to fighting, the ways of training, but the mentality of it, you know, keeping that discipline and the focus, things like that. So I'll certainly be trying to keep a military mindset while I'm cycling as well. Yeah, so yeah, that's it. So those are the two charities: Willowbrook Hospice, local to St Helens, and Help the Heroes. You know, whichever one relates to you, or if you can, you know, chip in for both, that's fantastic, isn't it? But yeah, I've not put the links up yet, but I will in hopefully in the next couple of days. So yeah, please give as much support as you can and stay tuned. Thank you.